am doing fabulous. So let's talk about networking, people. I was listening to an amazing podcast today. If you guys don't know Sunny Lenarduzzi, she's Canadian, wah, wah, in the house. And she is a massive YouTuber and has a crazy following, but she also has a great podcast called The Sunny Show. And she brings on some amazing people that she interviews. So the one I was listening to today was called The Art of Communication. So I would look that up, Sunny Lenarduzzi. I'll take a screenshot of it and post it in my stories later so you guys can see it. And they were talking about one of my favorite subjects, right? Networking. And so many people say to me like, oh, Monique, you're so great at networking, or you're always out at these places meeting people, like, oh, I don't have the energy for that kind of stuff, like things like that. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about why I'm every which way. Okay, so here's the thing. Especially if you are starting a new business. If you are starting a new business or people don't know you yet, the best way for them to know you is for them to see you. The more they see you, the more they're going to know, like, and trust you. And that's what you want, right? Nobody can recommend you or talk about you if you are not out there and they don't know nothing about you, right? Okay, so you've got to be places. You've got to be places. And if you are new to the industry or people don't know about you yet, the fastest way for them to get to know you, or for you to build your business quickly, I should say, is for people to meet you and see your face repeatedly so you are top of mind when the subject of, I'm looking for a real estate agent, I'm looking for a business coach, I'm looking for a speaker, I'm looking for people to speak on panels, whatever it is that your business is, the more people who know about it, the more likely you will get business, right? Right. So and especially if you're transitioning, like for me, I was transitioning from a different expertise, a different area of expertise, I should say. So for those of you who don't know, I've had 2 other businesses before this business. And at one point, I was known as a jewelry designer. That's it. Like, I was known as a jewelry designer. You would see me, oh, Monique, you make those really big, giant jewelry pieces. You make those statement necklaces. You're a jewelry designer. And that was for years. So when people would meet me, or see me, I should say, like repeatedly over a period of time, they'd be like, oh, I know you're a jewelry designer. Or they'd recognize my pieces and be like, oh, I know who makes that jewelry. So when I stopped making jewelry, and that's the thing with being an entrepreneur, your identity is usually wrapped up. I don't know anyone who it isn't wrapped up in, Shelly girl, what's up, in what they do. So if you stop being that thing, it can be, one, very depressing, because you're like, oh my God, I have to start from scratch. People don't know me as whatever the next thing is that I'm going to be doing. And 2, it's like, well, if I'm not that thing anymore, then what the heck am I? Right? Like, how do I even introduce myself? And that may be something people on here, you guys are struggling with, because you may not have an established business in your opinion yet. So you don't want to go out and network. And you guys can post here, like post and let me know if that's something you're dealing with. Like, you don't have an established brand or business yet. So you don't want to go out and network because you don't know how to introduce yourself. And here's the thing. You are whoever you say you are, right? Nobody knows what level you are in your business yet. Nobody knows that but you. So if you have a business and you want to start promoting what you're doing, even if it's not ready, guys, Shamanique, what's up, girl? Guys, make your move before you're ready. Make your move. Introduce yourself. Go meet people. Build those relationships, because nobody wants to meet you just when you're ready to sell them something. It's like some people do, but most likely they're like, okay, foster that relationship. So networking is about fostering relationships, building and fostering relationships. That's what it is. That's all it is, right? You may be out there looking for clients, out there trying to sell your products and your services, but the other people, they don't like to be sold to, first of all, but they also want to buy from people they like. So how are they going to like you if you ain't nowhere? Okay, so Networking is really just building relationships. Say it with me, relationships. And you want to build them before you need something. Before. Because even if you were starting a second business or a new business, what's up, Nicole? Even if you were building a brand new business and you were known as something else previously, or they know you in a different space. See, Nicole came on and you got me all distracted. I was like, Nicole, what's up, girl? My bad. What was I saying? I was saying, oh yes, even if you think you're building, okay, if you're building a second business, like, or you're starting a new business and you used to have something before or you used to be in a different industry, you are not starting from scratch if you have relationships, because you can tap into your network and let everybody know, this is what I'm doing now. This is what I'm doing now. This is what I'm doing now, right? And the more you let them know, it's like, there's people who kind of remember I did jewelry, but all these new people, unless I tell them, they have no idea. They'll be like, you were a jewelry designer? Really? Oh my God. I thought you were always a coach, right? So if you have these relationships, this bank of relationships, people you can call on, people who you've fostered relationships with, then if you do start something new, if you do launch something new, if you do need help, you have people to tap into. But because you fostered the relationship before you needed them, it's not going to come across as opportunistic. It's not going to come across as, oh my God, she just calls me when she wants something, all of that. People know. People know. So this isn't really a step-by-step today, okay? So you can take your notes, but I didn't organize this as a step-by-step for whatever reason. But what I really want you to leave with is, one, build your relationships before you need them. So what I would advise you to do is make a list of the people you've either met, people you've met in your life that you think you could tap into if you really needed help. And I'm talking about specifically to your business, not in your life. We've got life people, we got business people, but you want to make a list of 15 people, and this is in the podcast, so I'm going to post the Sunny Lenarduzzi podcast interview that she had, The Art of Communication. So I can't remember all the details, but you're going to listen to it, so you'll find it for yourself. But he was saying basically to make a list of 15 people that you could tap into if you really needed help, right? Hey Pat, what's up, girl? Shayna's in the house. What's up? So if you don't have a lot of people on this list, then it's time to go out there and make 2019 the year people get to know your name. So I made an intent, and this is about setting intentions, right? So I set an intention for 2018 that I would be out there so people know my name. So people associate whatever it is and the thing is, I've changed the direction, like the focus of my business a couple of times. Because I was maneuvering, changing, I was doing courses, I was figuring out where I really wanted to hone in. The coaching piece is still there, the business building is still there, the branding is still there, but now it's very specific to branding with a background in coaching, right? So, but my goal for 2018 was getting out there. It was like I had been off for a year, basically wasn't able to leave my house for almost for periods of time from being sick. And then I was like, okay, if I'm going to start this business, I could be out here on Instagram. Yes, which is one way, right? Like one way I got you guys to get to know me was by being here. I did so guys, this is something I don't know if all you guys, a 30-day challenge. I don't know at what point you guys found me, but I did a 30-day challenge for myself when I had 300 followers to be live for 30 days on Instagram. I chose my platform. I said Instagram's going to be my platform. That's the one I most relate to. That's the one I like to be on. I like to play with. I understand it. I understand it more now than I did then, for sure. I didn't know what I was getting into, but anyways, I knew enough. And I did 30 days, except weekends, 30 days of Instagram live. So that was online a way for people to get to know me and for me to get to know what are people talking about? What are they saying? Do they care what I'm talking about? And then the other piece was I was committed to going to events, whether they're local in my city or whether they're in a different country. I did not care. I was like, where do I want to be? Where do I think my customer is? One, and where are the people that I admire and want to rub shoulders with? Where are they? So I've got like these two trains of networking and connecting, and I advise you guys to get on the same path, okay? So for anyone who's just joining, we're talking about building the relationship and what networking is really all about. And building the relationship before you need anything from these people, before you need anything. So these two networking paths that I was on for 2018. One was for new clients, for people to find out what it is that I do, to find the client I really want to work with and offer my services. Fine. And as I was doing that, I continuously refined my services. I didn't wait until it was perfect and then go out and find it. So anyone on here having a conversation about, oh, it needs to be perfect, I need to have my business cards, I need to have my logo, I need to have my brand. No, you don't need to have any of that. What you need to do, because you've already got your expertise, that's in your arsenal. It's you. You just have to have that, and you need to go out there and talk to people. And it's more important for you to take their business card than you give your business card anyways. You're the one who needs the business. You're the one who's out there on the hunt. So you should be gathering the cards, prioritizing them, keeping them. Listen, I keep my cards, eh? Here, let me show you. I don't show everybody this, okay? Let me show you. I just dash everything on the floor. Okay, so you see these? These are business cards. Business cards. This year, business cards. Oh, that's a CAA card, but you get the point. You get the point, right? So I collect them. I keep the ones that I think are relevant. I write little notes on them. I'm like, who can I follow up with? And I got those, you just get like, the people who collect baseball cards, they get the little, what are they called? Sleeves, right? For cards. You get them at like the dollar store. And you keep them because, and you want to write little notes on it. Like, where did you meet this person? You have the same thing, Michelle? See, Michelle knows what it's about, right? You want to know where you met this person and what interested you in what they did. Like, do you want to talk, like put their business on there or what they did or why you want to follow up or do you need to follow up with them? And then if a year goes by and you never contact this person, you may want to reevaluate and maybe throw it out, right? But keep them. It's the business card thing. Yes, there's something that happens when you exchange a card. And there's like a whole debate around, are business cards even necessary? I mean, it depends. Having them shows a level of credibility, but if you don't have them, it's fine. But make sure you get their information. If you say something, and one thing people do, myself included, it's like, okay, follow me on Instagram, I'll follow you on Instagram. That's fine, but it gets lost in a sea of people. How are you ever going to reconnect with this person again? Because Instagram isn't like Google where you put in the first 3 letters and it defaults and tells you what you're looking for. You'll never friggin' know. So Nicole, you make a note on it. Perfect. Lifestyle by Hala likes this tip. Perfect. So the Instagram follow me, follow you thing, it's great for your numbers. Like, yeah, you have a new follower, they have a new follower, but it don't help anybody. It does not help anyone. It doesn't help anyone find each other. So another thing that I do, if that person doesn't have a card or you don't have cards on you, I'm like, okay, what's your Instagram? Because Instagram is where if they're on Instagram, that's another thing too. It's like, where is your audience? If they're Facebook, you better get in your Facebook. If they're a Twitter person, get their Twitter. But screenshot it. All the phones have screen shooting, right? Capture the profile of the person, and then I categorize it in my photos. I have a photo album that says contacts to follow up with, or contacts, and I have like all of their profile pictures in there. So this way you've got their face, because I am horrible with names. Oh, Lord have mercy. Pat says she connects on SM at the time of the meeting, so I remember. Perfect. And I'm bad with names, so snapshotting their Instagram profile with their face. Hopefully they've updated their bio so you know what they do, and then you can message them. Yes, SM, I'm assuming that's some kind of messenger, but yes, Pat, what's SM? And then the other thing, if you were like really like, you know you're gonna follow up with this person, this isn't just like a flyby, oh, hey, what's going on? Then take their number. Take their number and their email and put them in your phone and then screenshot it again and send them a text message while you're there. So this way they've got your number, you've got their number, and now there's also a trail of you and that person meeting. And be like, hey, so great to meet you at blank event. Hope to talk to you soon. So this way you don't forget where you met them. They don't forget where you met them. And you've got this this trail, this paper trail of you and them. But again, if I don't screenshot it, then it ain't gonna matter, because you get so many messages that come up later, that message gets pushed down to the bottom. Oh, social media. Oh, so you message them on like Instagram or whatever the social media platform is. Yeah, perfect. But for me, it's like I get so many messages that message will get pushed down to the bottom and I may never see it. So screenshotting for me is the way to like document, keep anybody I want to meet. So that's just a tip. And then if anyone's having a conversation around, I'm not ready, I don't have my business established yet, so I don't know what the hell to say, then you are at a disadvantage, because now is not the time to be like humming and hawing. You don't know, you don't know when you're gonna be ready. You don't know what this person could bring to the table or offer. Oh my God, this is my biggest pet peeve. Okay, so when you are new starting out and you have anything around, my business cards aren't ready, my website's being updated, my Instagram's a mess. Lord, please help me. Don't say that to the person. Don't say that. Please don't say that. Because the instant that comes out of your mouth, I've already, not just myself, you've already established yourself as a non-serious person. Like your business isn't serious now, okay? So don't say my Instagram's a mess, my cards, I'm getting new cards, my cards suck, my website is under, like my website's, like nobody wants to hear all that. Confidence is key, guys. If you've got the expertise, no one can take that away from you. I don't care what, I'm all about personal branding and that's super important. You wanna talk about that? DM me, okay, go on my website. However, you could have no website, no business card, no Instagram. And if I like you in person, if you exude confidence and like, wow, I like what you're doing, we will still connect. But all that rigmarole about as soon as you put yourself down in the presence of the person, they're already hearing you through a different lens. They're like, this person not serious. She's like down, she's not ready. That's the first thing I think to myself. She ain't ready. God, it's the worst. And ladies, we are the worst at this. We love to just like take a jab at ourselves before the other person does, right? Just please, please, please don't stop doing that. Stop doing that. Oh my God, it's the worst. And one thing that's interesting is so everybody, if you guys don't know, I get my cards from Moo. If you don't know Moo, get about the Moo, okay? So they come in this beautiful box with like a waxed stamp like back in the day, and you have to crack it open. It just is beautiful branding, beautiful branding. And then you open the first box, it's got like a little message to you. It comes in this like beautiful situation. And the cards, okay, are like, look, you can't even see, can you see how thick these cards are? These cards are thick, look, sturdy, Got my face on there. All my contacts, all of that. So putting the face on there, somebody actually gave, I didn't, like in the past, never put my face on here, okay? However, it's the smartest thing. Of course, you're gonna remember. How you not remember me? How you not remember me? But besides that, these are the best quality cards. And every time I put it in somebody's hand, they're like, ooh, that is the feeling you want. If it's some flimsy card that one is too glossy, you can't write nothing on, the writing is like fading off, like they're gonna get dashed in a purse somewhere and no one's gonna see it anymore. Guys, if you're going to do cards, get good cards. Anybody wants the affiliate link, I will send you a link to Moo to get your beautiful cards. They are stunning, wonderful. No, they're not like $5 a card, but they're probably like, the more you buy, the less it is. I don't even know what it is. I think it's maybe $1 a card or something. But buying 1,000 cards that end up being a couple of cents, yes, sound like a great idea, but if they don't make an impact when they land in somebody else's hand and you're forgettable, we're talking about how making an impact. Don't be forgettable. Nobody wants forgettable you, okay? Yeah, Nicole, because you're a coach, I would definitely add your picture. But here's the thing, guys. It better be a good picture. Don't, like, it's just like your Instagram profile. Guys, I don't want to see no BS, foggy, uninviting, hey, Tanya, foolish pictures, okay? So Tanya just ordered her cards from Moo. I'm so excited. I can't wait till your cards to come out, Tanya. But it's like, don't just put any piece of picture on there. If you don't have a good picture, don't put a picture on there. It's the same thing with your Instagram, guys. That Instagram profile, it's like, we want to talk about networking. It's like, why is it if I meet you in person and then I look on your Instagram and that picture, I can't even tell that's you? Guys, keep updated pictures, please. If you're doing this for your business, it needs an updated picture. Okay, so here's the thing. If I put pictures of myself when I had whole heap a ton of hair and everything, and then I hand you a card of how I look now, and you're not gonna put two and two together. You're gonna be like a little bit of a disconnect. So there's people out there, your pictures on your Instagram don't look nothing like you do in person, and it's confusing. And a confused customer never buys. Okay, even simple things like that. You guys don't know how important these things are, okay? We want it simple. Everybody wants it simple in their mind. They need to be able to put you in a box and be like, ooh, you do this. Oh, okay, I understand. Oh, I see you here, I see you there. Repeat, like this repetitive seeing of you is huge. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it. You know what it's like? It's like seeing the same commercial. Okay, I'll give you a good example. I don't even know if it's a good example. But anyways, okay, so I don't know how many of you guys have like on-demand TV, and Amazon is launching, they're launching some TV, some Netflix wannabe type of thing that Amazon's doing, right? And they've got this constant commercial for Jack Reacher that kept coming on in the middle of the other show that I'm watching. And me and my husband are like, what the hell is this show? This show looks so stupid. We're never gonna watch it. I'm so sick of this commercial. And they've got like the really dramatic music. It kept, like, every single time we'd watch the show, in the commercials would be the same from the Amazon show. Jack Reacher, Jack Reacher, Jack Reacher, Jack. By the end of it, give it like a week later, me and my husband are singing the theme song to the Blinken show. We're like, wow, this show looks wicked now. It's because it's repetitive, right? It's like drilling, like that's the power of advertising in your face. So it's the same thing. You want to think about that with your brand, okay? People want to see you. They want to know what you're about, but they need to like constantly see you, not see you once in a blue moon. That's not going to put nothing two and two together. So whether they see you constantly on their social, constantly in person, if you can double whammy it, that will put you at the top of mind of people faster than anything else. When picture is different on website to Instagram, audience is confused. Yeah, it's totally confused brand, guys. Like, in your face. Yes, in your face. That's what you want to be doing. And then in person, because we're talking about networking in person, energetically, something happens that cannot happen like this. In person, energetically, it's like you have an instant connection. You can have an instant connection with someone. It's not always somebody you want to be with, right? Like you'll know, I feel like I'm very intuitive when it comes to people I want to work with or be around. So if we have a conversation in person, I can usually like decipher really quickly if you're my type of person or if this is going to work out or we should work together. I have a very strong energy, which is a positive and a negative. So positively, it's infectious. Like I can make you really excited. I can get you in the groove. It's like, yes, right? On the flip side, if I don't like you or if I'm vexed, you gonna know. I was just talking to my brother about this. He's like, Monique, you don't even know how to hide all of that. Luckily, I'm very vocal, so I will tell you if I'm unpleased with you, right? Thank you, Tanya. Tanya knows, right? Because her and I are weekly calls, and Tanya knows. I'm like this. Hey, let's perk it up, right? So it works both ways. So when you're meeting people, that's another thing I advise. Guys, when you meet people, your energy is infectious. So don't go there with your droop face, your low talking voice. This, oh my God, another one. Guys, this soft-spoken, there's nothing wrong with being soft-spoken, okay? However, speaking with confidence, looking people in the eye, not like if you're super shy, then you need to be networking more than anybody because you need to break through that boundary if you are building something. If you are building something, okay? Because I've had people who are talking to you and they're talking to you like this. Yeah, so I really like what you're doing. I'm trying to build this brand and this company. Stop it. Oh my God. I can't handle it. It's so bad. Steph, I met you. You're not like that. You're not like that. So stop that. Okay? You are not like this. You're softer speaking than me, but you're not like, I didn't have you that you were like, you were there doing an interview with the gallery owner. So cut that out. You're confident and you talk to people. I can't stand people who are like that. If you're going to go to a networking event, practice. Practice at home in the mirror, looking at yourself. That is a practice that a lot of professionals do and nobody talks about, right? No, Steph, you're not soft-spoken. And I don't know, you may be shy, but you didn't come off as too shy when I met you. This is like a practice that I used to do for presentations when I was in my coach's training. Looking in the mirror and doing your presentation or talking about what you would say, like do your elevator pitch. I'm like looking over here as if there's a mirror, there's no mirror. I'm looking at you. So looking in the mirror and saying your elevator pitch, like your introduction of yourself, it will give you the confidence that you need. It will establish you as like an expert very quickly because you could break down that shy barrier. Because you're looking at yourself, you're looking at your mannerisms, you're seeing where you may be lacking. My straightforward and my face shows my emotions. Oh yes, that's what you're saying. Okay, yes, 100%. I can't hide. I don't like, and you shouldn't hide what you're feeling, but at the same time, when you're in business, you do need to like put it to the side sometimes, which is difficult sometimes for myself. Anyways, so for the shy people, do the mirror work. Do the mirror work. Look in the mirror, talk to yourself, introduce yourself. And I'm talking to people who, you guys want to be on center stage in your business. I don't mean center stage like you need to do speaking. If you do want to do speaking, then you should know this already. But if you want to do speaking, you haven't yet. If you're having an issue around networking, meeting people, being shy, do the mirror work. Do the mirror work and go to more events. Take a wingman with you. If you are not good at introducing yourself, then bring someone who is good and have them introduce you. And then you practice introducing them. It's powerful. It's a powerful, powerful tool, guys. I can't stress that enough. Energetically, something happens when you're in the space of another human being. So just being online is fine. You can do it. But that offline experience is huge. So even if you only go out once in a while, then you want to know energetically how you behave in group settings. Like get on point then. Because if you only go out once in a while and you want to make an impact, then you better make an impact the once in a while you go out. All right, good. What did I have? Oh, foster and nurture your relationships before you need anything. Before you need anything. Guys, get in the DMs of the people who follow you. Ask them what they need. If you can offer something, offer something. If you've got discounts, courses, whatever, let them know. If you just want to say hello and be like, hey, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Do that now before you want to sell them something. I don't know how many more times I can say that. Okay, the one thing I wanted to say, two more things. One is get interested, and this is like the dropping the DMs, more interested in people than you being interesting in yourself, right? Like in talking about yourself. That's a key thing. If you want to have like a really powerful interaction with someone, get them talking. They'll eventually ask you what you do, but you get them talking about what they do, who they are, what they're about, what they believe in, what Netflix show they're watching, and they'll remember it as a very engaging conversation. Even though they're talking about themselves, they will ask you about you, but be more interested in the person you're talking to than letting them know everything that you do, okay? People love to talk about themselves. Love it, love it, love it. And the last thing I'm gonna say is stop complaining, nobody will buy your shit, okay? Stop complaining, no one will buy it. Nobody wants to hear that crap. like the negative, oh, I don't even know if it's just stop complaining. Stop complaining in general when you meet new people. When you meet anybody, stop complaining about anything. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody cares. Please stop complaining about how hard it is for you, how people are cheap. Nobody wants to buy your stuff. I don't care. Whatever it is you're complaining about, nobody wants to hear it. You complain to maybe your girlfriends about that, but new people, people who are in your circles in your business, am I talking to you today, Tanya? Nobody wants to hear it. You focus on the positives around what you're doing. People want positivity. Guys, this world is a very sad, scary place right now, but it's also full of opportunity and wonderful people doing amazing things, trying up. So it's like this, you know, like this black and white, gray area of all kinds of things happening. But people don't want to hear that negative shit. They can turn on the news and hear negative shit all goddamn day, right? So I don't want to hear, I just would advise against that. If you're building a business, people want to associate you with happy feelings, good feeling. And I'm not saying be inauthentic. No, I'm saying not to focus on all of the negative shit because the complaining isn't getting you anywhere. Be an action-oriented person, and you don't need to be all about that complaining all the blinking time. Anyways, it's 11:30. We made it. We made it. That's all I have to share. I was very passionate today. We're gonna probably do another one on networking because there's a lot of things I didn't cover here. And I hope you guys got some really great tools out of today. Fridays, Q&A Fridays. So if you've got questions on Friday about networking, let's get into it. Other than that, be amazing. Have an amazing week. And don't complain or explain. Jack, I have a video on that. Never complain, never explain. If you haven't watched it, it's on YouTube. Never complain, never explain. Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna be, poor you. No. No. That's all I have to say about that. Okay. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, everybody who's on. I don't know who's still on here because I can't see. But I appreciate you, and I'll see you on Friday. Okay, bye.